Most humble administrator, like our revered leader, your wisdom has only become sharper with age. Emperor Wu Di now has need of your talents in the far western reaches of the Han Empire. There, on the southern edge of the lonely and forbidding Taklamakan Desert, he wishes to establish a trading village along the Silk Road. You can buy quantities of precious silk from such Chinese cities as Chang'an and Chengdu, and then pass it along to Kashgar for hefty profit. The land is harsh in the desert, and the rains unpredictable. Even the skies are dangerous, patrolled by hungry vultures. It will not be an easy task for your people to grow enough food from the barren turf. Crops of millet can be cultivated, and the arrows of hunters should be able to find targets, but you may still find it necessary to import some food for your citizens to thrive. Go now to the village of Loulan in the Taklamakan Desert, the land of no return, but strive not to let its ominous name come true.
No, we won't be letting that name come true, don't worry. Hey guys, welcome back to Emperor, and we're at Loulan. I don't like this mission for a lot of reasons, but I'll discuss them in a second. Population 1600 on difficult, 5 trading partners, and a yearly profit of 2,500. These are actually very simple tasks because there aren't any invasions, so that's lucky. I'm not sure what it plays like it very hard, but there might be an invasion, I don't know. Let's head to the city. Pause. And see. A tiny watering hole is all we have for water. The remainder of the map is just a big arse desert. This isn't good. There's a lot of rock and leveled stuff here. We've got, I think there's some antelopes here that we can hunt. Lots of salt. But that's it. There's hardly anything here. We can't build elite housing, so there's no forts. We can build an administrative city, but as I said, there's no invasions, so the only thing that's for is to build tax offices. This isn't an easy mission, but it's actually, if you think about it, it's not that difficult because you don't really need to provide that much. Let's head to the world map. We've already got Kashgar and Chang'an as trade routes. There are a few things that you can import, things like iron, and you can export that for weapons if I remember. No, you can't. So there's no point importing loads of the raw materials, things like iron, lacquer and all that, because you can't actually make use of it, but you can import things like iron and lacquer and sell it off to other trading cities, so that's actually useful. Kashgar sells us jade, and we can build jade carvers in this one, and that's going to be our main profit. So we don't have much money, we've only got 14,000 strings of cash, so we're going to have to make a profit. Again, no logging sheds, so these trees will just get destroyed. So I'm going to build a housing block just here and see how it turns out. So here's my housing block. I'm going to try for something a bit different this time around. I'm going to put the market square over outside of the wall and use open residential gates to let them in. So I'm going to try this to see if this gives me a lot more housing, because I want to see if that works. Obviously not all of it will get housing, but this will provide me a lot more space for more housing and maybe not have so many desirability problems. So let's unpause the game. I'm going to put a wall just there, and that's going to allow market employees. So that's just to make sure that they can get in. I know it kind of looks a bit silly, but I want to see if this block works. We're going to put down a millet field there, and we're going to put our wheat field. So let's see. This is a bit of the annoying bit, is trying to get all the space used up for this stuff here, which is annoying, but never mind. Right, so 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Oh dear, that's bad harmony, not helpful. Well, it is a desert mission, I'm not really bothered about it. So let's do 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. I mean, I could do one extra tile. I suppose that works. Let's do that. And let's just move this up a little bit and have it so good. Right, let's unpause, sorry. So let's just fill this up with wheat. I know it's not going to be a very good harvest, but never mind. And that's why I've got irrigation ditches, so let's do that. We'll let these people come in. I'm going to put down the administrative city just somewhere down here or something. Let's just first of all clear out more trees because we don't need them. So I'm going to try and make up a profitable export that includes carved jade to start us off. And where possible, I'm going to try and avoid building another housing block. I'm just going to try and go for one block with as many houses as I can get in it. The more houses I can get in it, the better for us overall. So let's put that there. And let's put down the administrative city just there. And then just do that. Destroy some of that. Let's put one of these down, and then let's put down a warehouse, oops, and it accepts just carved jade, like so. And we'll start importing a bit of jade from Kashgar and start making a big profit out of it. I think their only gods, if I check, are just Nuwa, Hongdi, and Ziwamu. We don't have Confucius or Mencius. Mencius would have been a lot helpful for that profit goal, but I suppose they want us to do it a bit harder, so I expected that. Let's do 3 of these. We can expand that later. So let's start getting some food in this city. Now let's put down the musician school there. Roadblock, roadblock. And let's put that there. And let's put down this, and then roadblock like so. And we're going to set this to accept wheat, game, meat, and get salt. And if I have to, I'll import a food type. I know that Jozo will send us a hemp for as a gift, so we'll might as well put that down somewhere. So I'll wait for this to stabilise. I'll come back in once we get that request. Well, that gift, sorry. Oh, for an administrator for Jozo wants to give me some bales of hemp. How nice. Yeah, but can only import our hemp once more, so not very helpful. I'm going to set this warehouse to accept millet, because there are 2 requests from the Xiongnu Empire, one for millet and one for silk, and you obviously have to import the silk. I've put down as many houses as I can fit into this block. Obviously I'll try and move some of this stuff around if I could get more houses in. Can I put that? I can put that there, but if I destroy this road and just leave it as an open space, I think that'll help. I haven't put the tax office down yet, but it's not going to work because I need to import wood from someone. We're slowly running out of cash here, but I can just sell back the carved jade to Kashgar when I get that chance. I haven't put down any game meat stuff, so let's go ahead and there's that gift. Let's just put down this, and then just put down a couple of hunter's tents. 1, 2, 3. There you go. And then we can start making a bit of a profit from that. Now I think we've already got our 2 trading partners, yes. I'm going to send out diplomatic requests to a few other cities that I know will open trade with us. Because we can get straight to that goal really easily if a lot of them open trade from the start. We'll just send out diplomatic requests to actually everyone, just to find out what people want, what people's moods are, etc. So we'll start getting some food into this city, obviously boosting our employment. I'll come back in once this is more stable. Oh, so trade with Jozo's opened up. Yin rejected. Loulan rejected. Guangzhou opens up. Chengdu opens up. Well, there we go. We've got 5 trading partners. And Fuzhou rejected. So does the Xiongnu Empire. So there we go. We've already met the 5 trading partners goal. That was easy enough. We've got plenty of people. So Chengdu sells us wood, which we need for our jade for our tax collectors. Sorry. We have to import all our hemp from Jozo, which is okay. We can import maybe a bit of rice. Guangzhou buys carved jade. There's actually a lot of people buying carved jade. We've got how many cities? 1, 2, 3, 4 cities buy carved jade. That's rather a lot of cities, I have to admit. I don't think I'll open trade with any more people because I think we've got plenty here. If I have to, I can. So we've got our hemp that needs to get rid of. So what I'm going to do is just let this farmhouse stockpile tons of millet in this warehouse because I don't need it for anything else. So we've only got 6 more people coming in. We have to wait for this to kind of stabilise before I can put in salt, which I'm going to actually do because that'll provide us 2 food types straight off the bat. Let's just put down a salt mine. There's plenty of salt space here, so I'm not too bothered about where it goes. Let's just do 2 of them for now. Just put that down, accepting salt. I know we'll probably go into a bit of debt, but it's okay. We can just sell off carved jade to Kashgar and get back out of debt fairly easily. Let's just put that there. I'll expand the salt industry quite substantially later once I've got more workers, obviously. Let's see. I can put more housing in there. I think I can maybe move that down, straighten this out a bit, and then we can probably get more housing in or something. So I'm just going to let these stabilise a bit more. We've got some neglected heroes, which is not too good. But I've really got to wait for the food to come in before we can do anything else. Let's just turn off salt and set that down to low, and set the agriculture up to high. That'll try and boost this a bit. No, we're not celebrating a festival. So I'll let this stabilise, and once I've got some food into the supply, I'll come back in. Okay, so we're starting to get a bit of a stable food supply now. We've got at least a bit of plain food, maybe a bit of bland. We've got bland food at least. I'm not sure if they've got plain food, but it doesn't matter. I'm going to set the desired quality to just plain food. We're not providing anyone with ceramics in this one unless I absolutely need it. Slowly running out of cash here, and I really need to turn the salt industry on, which I'll do right now. There we go. And that'll get some salt into the city, and that'll stabilise the food supply completely. Our tax collector is obviously not working because we're not getting wood. What we're going to do is set this to 12, because I think it's just 12 millet that the Shangdu want. And we're going to set this to get a tiny amount of wood. I'm not going to import tons, just 4 will do. So let's put the trading post for Chengdu down. And just import like 2 wood, just something like that, nothing ridiculous, we don't need to do that. And we'll sell off carved jade once a bigger supply of it builds up in the city, and then we'll be able to reach some of the other goals. The yearly profit one is actually not that difficult. You do need to do tons and tons of barter though. So these houses are now evolving, so that's good. That'll get us more people. Hopefully we'll be able to reach the target population, just hopefully. Let's see, can I get another house just in? Oh no, a price decrease for jade. That's actually good. So I'll just change that. Just want to check if I can get another house in there. Nope. So let's put a Dewa shrine there. I'm just going to try and move everything around as best as I possibly can, so I can try and make sure that the space is maximised. Let's see. I don't think houses will be able to go in that space there, so let's put down a house there, and then a herbalist stall just there. So that's all the space used up, so I can't put obviously any more houses down. If I really need more people, then so be it. I don't think I will, but if I need another block, fine. There's space for one anyway. I won't put tons into it, obviously. So the supply of hemp's drying up, which is not too good. Let's put down this trading post for Geozo. I'm going to connect this part of the city up, like this, and just put a roadblock. Actually, no, I'm going to have to... oh dear, and the roadblock never placed. I'm going to have to move stuff around, and it looks as if that's not going to help. Yeah, plain food's not getting delivered, what a shame. They're only getting bland food anyway, it doesn't matter. And I can't see a way for me to connect the city up. And let's just get rid of that house. Looks like it's not going to work out, but never mind. There we go, so that'll connect up, and then we'll start importing hemp. I had to be mindful that I don't build too close to the waterway, because otherwise then I'll lose my clay making facilities. So let's just put a road going out like this. And if I destroy some of this road, because that's a bit excessive, like that, that'll be better. Oh, that's all bad feng shui. Oh, that's not helpful. Can I get the... I can get it. I can get one. I can get 2 in there, which is about as I can get, I suppose. Right, so we're getting salt, we've got a lot of unemployment, that's okay. The housing's starting to evolve, which will provide us all the people we need. 482 people, I'm not sure that'll reach the goal, but never mind. I need to import hemp, obviously, from Geozo. If I have to, I'll just destroy some more trees. Oops. Like that. I don't think we'll go too overboard with kilns and all that. There we go. Right, so 1, 2, 3, 4. We'll do that. And have the road going like this. Right, so we're making plenty of carved jade now. If I have to, I could just dump it in, sell it off straight away. So Geozo sells us the stuff that we need, so let's just what I'm going to do is put a roadblock somewhere. Where's the best place for this? I'll put a roadblock for people going down this way, and this will be served by a different inspector, so I can put down all the things like this. So I'll put that there, and we'll import hemp. I'll just destroy some of this road. And then if we just do this and put down that, there we go. Right, so we've got plenty of carved jade to sell off. Let's just go ahead and sell it. Hopefully, yeah, they're buying the carved jade now, so we can start making a bit of a profit. This housing will stabilise, I hope. So we've got plenty of food in the city. I don't really need to worry about that. They're still getting too much salt, but it doesn't matter. The salt's going to have to go to the gods sooner or later because I'm running at, I'm getting low favour, obviously. So let's destroy some of this and put down some more salt mines. Let's see, 1, 2. That's bad harmony there for some reason. Let's just do that. Like so. And then if we just put a thing there, like so. And then put down another salt making, another salt storage yard. Right, so we've got plenty of millet ready for that request, that's okay. Got one house here that's interesting, that's a glitch. It's saying that that's a can I clear it? No, it says that that's a spacious dwelling, but it's not evolving the right way. Kashgar buys some more silk. Let's just destroy that house and rebuild it, because I think it's glitched a little bit. And just rebuild it like so. So we're going to sell off all the carved jade to Kashgar. They've already bought all they can for this year, so that's not too good, but it's okay. So we're importing a bit of hemp. Now I hope that's not too far. Let's just empty the hemp, sorry. And just find out whether that's too far. It looks as if it's okay, but I'm not sure. Not getting enough food in the city, so that's not too good, but it'll stabilise, so that's okay. We've reached 1250, we need to reach 1600, and I don't even know if we've made a profit yet, which doesn't help. And there's an attractive cottage devolving, not helpful. So we're getting some taxation money obviously out of this block. If I really need to, I'll move things like ancestral shrines to out here and put another house in, just to kind of make sure there's plenty of houses in this city. Because I don't want to build too many, otherwise it'll just screw up everything. I might even move the Dewa shrine out there as well, if I really have to, but I don't think I will. Right, so we're going to sell off all the carved jade. Is that within range? I think it is. And let's just set that to don't accept, so they don't get any more. I'll set that to not accepting any more, getting any more wood because they don't need it. So we've got hemp. And I think that's within range, so that's okay. I think. I can't be sure. I'll let this run, I'll come back in at the end of the year unless anything interesting happens. And I'll start supplying a storage yard with ceramics so we can sell it to you. Oh, a clay pit's collapsed. Oh, that's because I don't have a good enough inspector coverage. Let's see. What I'll do is I'll probably move some of these out here, just kind of have a little bit for ceramics over here. That might help. Anyway, I'll come back in if anything interesting happens. Oh, foreign emissary from Changar wants to give me 6 weapons, but as I said, I don't think I said, but there's no invasions in this one, so let's just get rid of all that weapon stuff to Chengdu because we don't need it. Since we're getting a big supply of carved jades, let's sell some more to Gyozo. And I'm also going to sell them millets later. Our house has devolved a bit, but it's okay. I also gave some salt to the gods because they were getting a bit unhappy. We'll give more of it off to them because we've still got tons of it, so it's okay. Food supply is a bit erratic at the moment, it's not too good. Some houses are not really stabilised. I'm just filling up this warehouse with as much millet as I can for later. If I need to import more jade, which I will at some point, then I'll do that. Let's see. I will put that there. Just so that they kind of go in 2 ways. So there's one covering this bit and one covering up the upper bit, which is okay. We're going to place full supply of ceramics. So let's send a large gift of ceramics to Yin. We'll just send a medium gift. Because the ceramics is not going into the food supplies, the housing supplies, sorry, so I'm not bothered by it. Houses are revolving, we're getting taxation money as well, which I think helps. Expenses just say 100 cash, because we just gave 100 for the journey. Now I hope that this will be enough to make a huge profit. I hope so anyway, let's see. So there, we've run out of jade obviously, let's see, how much are we going to make? Loads there, and if they bought, no they haven't bought anything yet. So let's see if we can make a massive profit out of carved jade and see if we can reach that goal in double quick time. Now I don't think we've got enough houses now, so I'm going to have to probably just build a small little block here. I don't even think I'll provide it with very much. But this works out quite well. I like having this here because it means that I can build as many houses as I can into the block. So I think from now on what I'll do is I'll put the market square out of the block and just use residential walls to let them into the housing block, which works out a lot better in my opinion. So let's see, we're going to buy a lot of carved jade, making a massive profit. Look at that income. Now if we could just sustain that for a little bit, we should reach the 2,500 profit goal. So I'll keep giving ceramics to Yin until we get them open with trade. I mean, look at that income, man. We should have no trouble reaching that goal. So I'll come back in if anything interesting happens. Oh, here comes the Xiongnu Empire request. Let's give them the millet since we've got like loads of it. And now that I've done that, I'm going to just sell all the millets to Jozo. I'm also selling a bit of salt since we've got a massive supply of it, so I'm going to get rid of that as well, and that will give us more profit. And we've had an income of 7,000 cash. That is ridiculous. We're barely importing anything at the moment, which is good. And I'll get rid of all this millet as well and just sell it off for money, because why not? I'm stockpiling it at the moment, that's fine. So we'll wait for the year to end and see how much profit we've made. Oh, economic decline at Chang'an. Word from Chang'an is that the city has fallen on hard times, industries have shut down, and the city isn't as affluent as it once was. And trade with Fane opens up because I sent them a gift, loads of gifts of ceramics, and they were respectful for it. So let's just send this to export ceramics since it makes some profit. Now I hope we're going to keep the profit at this point. I hope. I'm crossing my fingers here. Let's just set this to not selling and just... oh no, we can't sell anymore because there's no point. So I'll wait for the year... well, let's just see. Come on, let's get the year right without running out of profit. I want to keep this profit as high as I can, and yes, I'm grateful for that millet. They'll also send a request for silk, but I'm not going to entertain that one, I think. So I can keep them at bay with millets, that's perfect. Plenty of food in the supply, so these houses are pretty much stable now. I'll just set the wage rate down to high instead of very high. That'll save us some funds as well. So come on, I want to see what the profit was that I made. Wherever the game registers the profit has been. Chengdu sells us more silk. I'm not interested in that. Come on, keep that there. Don't... oh, we're making profit. We're making plenty of profit here. Oh, I'm pretty sure that we've kept the goal. Yeah, come on, I want to just see. I know we've not obviously completed the mission. Profit 4,727 cash. Right, okay, that's it. Mission complete. I'm just going to slap bang a housing block down here and just fill it with houses, give it some water, just to reach that population goal. And I'll come back in once we've done that. Well, I've got this housing block down. I'm somehow struggling to get enough food for it, and I'm not actually sure why, but it should be evolving. I think it's because this housing block is devolved completely, which has kind of wrecked the city hygiene. So once the population reaches a bit higher goal, I'll come back in. Have a little bit of patience. We are going to reach the population goal just shortly because we've managed to stabilise our supply and our houses are going up, which is good. So we'll reach the population goal and win this mission with a massive profit. It's actually really easy to make a profit. I was expected to have to barter, so if you're having a bit of trouble making money, import silk, because you can import silk from Chang'an and Chengdu, and what to do is mark up the price to Kashgar by setting it to buy for like 235 or something. 10 to 15 added on, and then you'll be able to be okay, and then sell it on to Kashgar and you'll make tons of money. But this is the first time I completed this mission without having to barter anything, so I think that's a profit to me, because all we did was import a little jade and just made tons and tons of other goods. So once the population turns over, we will complete the mission, and then when the month turns over, we will be past Loulan. And I've only had to deal with one request. It is a later request for silk, but it looks like we survived without needing it. There we go.
Despite many painful hardships, the beautiful oasis town of Loulan now thrives in the perilous Taklamakan. Over the years, it has become a popular watering hole for the countless trade caravans negotiating the dangerous trails of the Silk Road. But how long will the sands of the Taklamakan endure such a bold intrusion?
Well, I think they'll endure it for a while. So that's Loulan. In the next mission, we are going to head to Loulan and build a new capital city for the Han Dynasty. Thanks for watching. See you later now. Bye.